Shepherd, I shall not want him make it I like down in a green pasture. Him let it I beside still water them. Him restore it I soul. Him let it I that a part of I justness for him name's sake. Yay! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them. Who no anointed I head with no oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy. I go follow I. All the days of my life, me I go dwell in the house of my Lord God. Ja, kadama we grow my be. How my house go Lisa? I don't know what talk. I was simply a for. How what time you mo? Oh, you all alone. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show them, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, and we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have actually taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day they produce sumptuous food. And all this palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads, all the way down to the soles of their feet. And then we subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutiny, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show. And here we speak truth to power. And I'm excited to say we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. Oh my God, you can also find us on X, also on Instagram and on TikTok. We keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. The show is called the Black Pot. This is the Black Empire Media. We are the headquarters of the truth. We are the address of the truth, the domicile of the truth, the foundation of the truth, the hometown of the truth, the bedroom of the truth. This is the truth. It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to follow up on the story. And remember, it's for free. Absolutely. Oh my God. Your happiness is key to us. And here, remember, we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Oh my God, Africa. I love Africa. And you must love Africa, because Africa is the cradle of civilization. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show. And I must apologize for the late start of the show. Today we are loaded with a lot of information. 7 very hot stories. Oh my God. Anytime we were getting on to start, my God, new stories kept coming, exclusives. Forgive us for that. Today we are loaded to the very brim. Come here. My brother, my sister, This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Without much ado, let me invite you to subscribe to this channel and then hit on the notification bell right after subscription, so that when we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Remember to like the show. Please share the show. Please, at the same time, recommend us to family and friends. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is the home of exclusives. And I can't wait to start the show. My God have mercy. Hey, oh my God. At this point, let me just say thank you so much to our wonderful sponsors who have been with us all this while. I want to say thank you so much to Tesori Doriente. Hey, turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori Doriente. Now, Tesori Doriente is an extraordinary shower gel. Hey, it is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has this long-lasting fragrance that remains on you even 48 hours after one single bath. Hey, it comes in so many different fragrances, including the Ikigai, the Karma. We also have the Forest Therapy. We have the Royal Oud. We have the Persian Dream, and even more. My personal favorites, I love the Persian Dream, yes? But my very, very favorite is the Royal Oud. And of course, I also love the Forest Therapy. This is Tesori Doriente. Hey, smell like the Garden of Eden. How do you use it? Very simple. Pour a little bit of Tesori Doriente in the middle of your palm. Shake up the bath water. Watch how the lather grows into a rich foam. Allow it to nourish your skin. Oh my God. It is also an insect repellent. Oh, and the beautiful fragrance is around you. The aura is deep, like the Garden of Eden, 48 hours after that one single bath. Are you going for an interview? Is there a new chick in town you want to mesmerize? Maybe there's a new guy you want to show some levels. It's all about Tesori Doriente. It's Italian technology coupled with African raw materials to give you that premium quality made most affordable. Hey, it's probably distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Now, for bulk purchases and inquiries, please call Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599. Oh, Lord God have mercy. This is Tesori Doriente. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo. And here, we speak truth to power. And remember, we are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. Not every insurance is an assurance. Some of it may try to cover you like an expired plaster, but it's ultimately a disaster. That is why you must hug deeply, with passion. This one called Millennium Insurance is your trustworthy partner. Yes, what kind of insurance do you require? Motor insurance policy? Is it third party or comprehensive? Hey, you are covered 24/7. Even disability and death insurance for your workers, that's employees, and also your family members. No problem. Personal accident and group personal accident insurance, no problem at all. You want to insure your vehicle against some kind of disaster. I'm talking about fire, burglary, no problem. Millennium Insurance is the answer. Listen, nobody is a preserve of calamity. When it rains, it doesn't fall on one man house alone. My brother, my sister, that is why you have to be ready anytime disaster strikes. At Millennium Insurance, we are quick to give you your claims so that you'll be back on the right footing after every single incident. Our numbers are on the screen. Please pick up the numbers and contact us so that we would insure you through assurance. I am fully insured by Millennium Insurance. How about you? How about you? That is the big question. Visit our sales portal at sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com and you will find more. Oh my God. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of NPA, National Petroleum Authority. And the message is very simple. Stay safe. Yes, by staying back. It's very simple. Hashtag stay back, stay safe. Hey, now NPA is telling you something very important. Now, when you see a fuel tanker involved in an accident and then it overturns and fuel is dripping out, please desist from scooping or siphoning fuel from these over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes, you know what to do instead? Report the accident on 192 or 191, toll free. Yes, toll free. Or you can call 0800-123,000 and it's also, yes, equally toll free. It means you don't pay when you make these calls. My brother, your life is worth more than just a gallon of fuel. Life goes on after that 1 gallon of fuel. Let it go. There could be an explosion and your life will be taken away. My brother, your life is bigger than just a gallon of fuel from an overturned fuel tanker. NPA has a straight message. Stay back, stay safe. This is a National Petroleum Authority safety campaign. And I'm most excited to be with you, my brother, my sister. And I just want to also tell you something important. Right now is the age of AI. Okay? Age of AI. Now, in 12 weeks, I want to give you the power to be able to call yourself an AI giant. Yes, to call yourself an AI giant. Now, PATRIOT Solutions is your guide to financial freedom. 12 weeks of AI governance course, my brother, and you are out. Live online training, AI. Oh my God, at the end of the day, you are who you are supposed to be. It starts August 25, 2026. There are limited seats. You got to register now. Now, when you scan this thing right here, it takes you straight to the website. Very easy. Or you can log on, my brother, my sister, to the site, www.patriotsolutions.com. Or send an email to info.patriotsolutions@gmail.com. My brother, I love AI. And I have thrived with AI. Hey, and I'm going to be part of this course. Are you coming? This is the world of AI. PATRIOT Solutions, your guide to financial freedom. I know you want it. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. I am in a hurry to start the show. Are you ready? One more time. Please, let me invite you to subscribe to the channel and then hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Time for action. Story number 1. Watch this. The secret nobody is telling you about the Chairman WONTUMI EXIM bank fraud. Hey! By God. Now, how many of us know who Chairman WONTUMI is? Bernard Enchibosiakon. He just turned 50 years old. This is the self-styled rich man who destroyed our flora and fauna with galamsey, who had the support of a sitting president at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to play the buffoonery. For him, education is not necessary. It's all about money and business. My brother, my sister, he went into our forest, destroyed the land, destroyed the flora and fauna, and he came on TV showing us how much gold he had been able to get from destroying our land. And when we started to complain, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo told us point blank, hey, this guy is not doing galamsey. Today the courts have proven us right. Chairman WONTUMI is in jail. Now, at the time, the punishment for galamsey was only 3 years. But Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wanted the whole Ghana to see that he was really serious about galamsey. Remember what he told us. I will put my presidency on the line to fight galamsey. We trusted him. They moved the threshold from 3 years of imprisonment all the way to 25 years imprisonment. What a serious government against galamsey. Many were flummoxed. Some were cacophonized. Some sat back, looked around, and wondered if this was real. Nobody was actually caught in the web since this law was passed. Now, the first man to be caught in his own web, like the spider that is never caught in his web, this gentleman here called Bernard Enchibosiakon, aka Chairman WONTUMI. He has been convicted of the crime and he's gone to jail. He's supposed to be in there for 20 solid years. First day in prison, he told prison authorities that he was diabetic And for that matter, if he continued to be in prison, he would die. My brother, my sister, anybody he meets in prison, be it an officer or not, he will bow and greet you. Is this the beginning of humility for this overly braggadocious guy called Chairman Wontumi? My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Now, once we've been able to establish exactly who this guy is, let us go into the real action. Hey, now Chairman Wontumi is standing trial again. And this time round is about fraud and stealing from the Exim Bank. Now the Exim Bank was brought into being by John Dramani Mahama in his last year of power. He exited and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo took over. 2016, the Exim Bank went into action. It is a bank that is supposed to be able to help with investments, my brother, my sister, and much more. Oh my God. And Chairman Wontumi took advantage of this bank. He went to the bank, according to investigators, using falsified documents to get a loan from the bank. And he was supposed to use the money to start a certain farm project that was supposed to pick out galamseyers from the galamsey pits and redirect them onto the farms. He pocketed all the money without starting any farm. My brother, my sister, now new information is coming out that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and a couple of others had the opportunity to question Chairman Wontumi if he actually started the farm. And when they inspected the area that he said he was farming, they saw nothing and they were overly disappointed. But bad crooks, as they have always been, they never were able to prosecute Chairman Wontumi until the new sheriff came to town. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was gone and John Dramani Mahama came into being and action started. My brother, my sister, this is where the real story is. Now, Chairman Wontumi, after investigators started chasing him, lied that he actually started the farm. They asked him if he was able to harvest anything. He said no, he couldn't harvest anything because pests disturbed the farm and destroyed all the crops that he had planted. That's one. He forgot that there must be some level of evidence. He took the people to the farm, and the day investigators followed him to the farm, he himself got lost 11 solid times before he arrived at the farm, his own farm. Go and show us your farm. Do you know that? Yes, they went, they got lost the first time, second time, third time, 11 solid times before they arrived at the farm. And when they arrived, he said, this is the farm. They saw an old 1970s kind of tractor that is no longer on the road, but it was on Chairman Wontumi's farm. The last time that tractor was sparked into action was probably 1980 or so. Number two, when investigators looked straight into Chairman Wontumi's activities, they realized that right after he took the loan of about 30 million Ghana cedis, he bought bulldozers. What did he use the bulldozers for? For the farm? Certainly not. He was using that for galamsey, according to investigators. He didn't employ anybody. He didn't try to pull away people from the galamsey pits, as the Nana Addo government wanted to do, because it was said that so many people were doing galamsey because they had no other means of survival, no employment. So the government, in its own wisdom, said, you know what? Let us redirect the youth into farming. Wontumi take this money, 30 million, but he rather took the money and allegedly pushed it into the same galamsey that the government was trying to run away from. Now, my brother, my sister, let us refresh your memories a little bit, and you will see exactly what we are looking at. Come here. Come here. Round the doors here. And watch exactly what Chairman Wontumi did with Exim Bank. Watch. Bernard Entry-Bossiakun, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, is currently facing a high-profile criminal prosecution over an alleged 30 million fraud involving the Ghana Export-Import Bank. That's Exim Bank. Now, according to the state prosecution and investigations by Iyoko, Chairman Wontumi, along with Wontumi Farms Limited, and an accomplice at large called Thomas Entry-Bossiakun, secured a credit facility from Exim Bank between 2018 and 2022 under the guise of funding a large-scale industrial agricultural project. And this is according to the Ghanaian Times. Flip. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. He and one Thomas Entry-Bossiakun went and got the money, 30 million, for a ghost farm. A non-existent farm. Now, the prosecution asserts that the proposed farming operations were entirely fabricated and existed only on paper. Now, Wontumi allegedly failed to acquire the specified lands, build the farms, or employ the youth he claimed he would hire. Now, to secure or justify parts of the funding, Wontumi allegedly presented a fake receipt to Exim Bank indicating a 4 million Ghana cedi payment to a supplier named Cass Sama Enterprise for heavy-duty earth-moving and farming equipment. Investigations discovered that the document was an altered pro forma invoice where the phrase pro forma invoice was manually replaced with receipt. The supplier later confirmed they never received payment. Rather than utilizing the capital for agri-businesses, the Attorney General's office states that Wontumi withdrew massive sums from the corporate accounts for personal luxury expenses and separate business ventures. Luxury. At a point, he told us that the necklace he was wearing could build a whole story building in Kumasi. Luxury. A village boy who all of a sudden found a way of stealing from the state. Now, the state has preferred 4 criminal counts against him, to which he has pleaded not guilty. Watch this. Number 1, defrauding by false pretense. 2, altering a forged document. 3, money laundering. 4, intentionally causing financial loss to a public body. Now, while the initial fraudulent principal amount received sat around 14.3 million, compounding interest and state losses have pushed the active court case value to over 30 million. So the money he actually got from the bank was just over 14 million. My brother, my sister, put that in your head. We're going to return to this. The money he actually took from the bank was just over 14 million. But compound interest slapped on it, he's now supposed to be paying 30 million. We'll prove to you that he will even pay more of this. Hey, watch this. Now the plea bargain started. He went to court. After the NPP followed him to play the tomfoolery, supporting him blindly. Thieves always support thieves. They sat on the floor. People who call themselves honorables, dirty honorables, sat on the floor. My brother, my sister, in front of Iyoko, in front of the Parliament House, and all those places supporting Chairman Wontumi, only for Chairman Wontumi to put in a plea bargain. In July 2026, the case took a massive turn as Wontumi's legal team initiated a plea bargain negotiation with the Attorney General to avoid trial and settle out of court. Did you hear that? Hey, watch this. Now, on July the 27th, 2026, the Accra High Court, presided over by Justice Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit, granted a 30-day window for the state and the defense to finalize these plea negotiations. The case has been formally adjourned to August 27. Listen, 2026, and we'll tell you why. Now, this is interesting, and this is where we will pause. Simultaneously, Member of Parliament and prominent lawyer Samuel AKYEA took over as lead counsel for Wontumi, replacing his previous lawyer, Andy Appiah-Kubi. Dash it away. So this Appiah-Kubi guy, you know, is, I don't know what he really wants to achieve. And with this kind of nasty record, I wonder how many people would keep hiring this man as a lawyer. A lawyer who is so cowardly. In fact, he develops cold feet at the least cold wind that blows. This is the guy. Andy Appiah-Kubi. He has again decided to pull out of the case and push AKYEA to go forward and do that. And today in court, my brother, my sister, we have some NPP bigwigs. You can call them the big goons, GOONS, or the big guns, depending on how you want to call them. They were in court. NPPs or say Che Mensabonsu, Nana Akomia, Miracles ABOAGYE, Kojo Ponkruma, and Samia Uku attend court in support of Wontumi in the Exim Bank case. My brother, my sister, what did they go there for? Somebody who already wants a plea bargain. And today we're going to tell you exactly what he went to say at the plea bargain. And it's exclusive. Some of these guys, they don't have Ghana at heart at all. The friend of a thief is a thief. Anyone who supports the activities of a criminal is equally criminal, right? My brother, my sister, now it's been proven beyond all doubt that Wontumi is a criminal, dirty criminal. He has destroyed our forest, killed our fauna to be able to pick up gold. My brother, my sister, now the Exim Bank case is lingering right there in the air, waiting for another judgment against him, and this one will be parallel. My brother, my sister, parallel. Is he going to jail? Now, Andy Appiah-Kubi was the one who started this plea bargain thing on behalf of Chairman Wontumi. They went to Iyoko. In fact, they actually went to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. The Zwarungu boy, the cigar-chomping Zwarungu boy. His name is Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini, the Stanford lawyer. This guy, dangerous guy. My brother, my sister. And when they went to him, he said, no, I'm not ready to cut any deals. Go to court. They went to court, and the court gave them the chance to go and have the plea bargain. And you know what happened? When they sat down with the Attorney General, come here. Come here. Now, Iyoko has always made it clear, for us to have any plea bargain, you have to accept that you are a dirty thief, you stole from the people of Ghana. 2, you have to pay every single penny that you took from Exim Bank plus interest. Thirdly, you will be prosecuted for the fraud unless you come out and agree that yes, you were fraudulent. You know what Wontumi did? Allegedly, according to the office of the Attorney General, he used documents of a certain company that did not exist to secure the loan. May I break it down? He went to the bank, got the loan under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When that man was in power, there was no law in Ghana. Everyone was just stealing left, right, and center. This guy here, with very little education, knew how to go to the bank, present documents of a certain company that did not exist, and was able to get the loan. After getting the loan, now he went to register the company. So the loan came before the company. It is only in Ghana that such criminal activities can happen, according to the office of the Attorney General. Now, Iyoko is looking for him to say, yes, I fraudulently did this. And I presented documents that were false. But he went there, and this was what he told the Attorney General, that he's ready to pay 12 million because the rest of the money he used it for other things. You collected over 14 million of Ghana's money in the days of Nana Addo. Now, when investigators were asking you, you denied. No comment. I don't know about this. Investigators spent time and energy to go under your skin, investigate, and come up with the hard facts, show to you and your lawyer. And when you realize that you have nowhere to go, you said, okay, right now I agree. But you know what? I'll rather give 12 million. And Attorney General made it clear. As it stands right now, you are supposed to pay 30 million and accept that you have been fraudulent, you are a thief. That is what WONTUMI is not ready to accept right now as it stands. And APIA Kubi is out of the game. Now AKYEA has come in. They've given them all the way up to the last week of August to be able to return to the courts and tell the courts that, oh, we've been able to strike a deal with the Attorney General. For Iyoko, I can tell you, is not ready to cut deals. If WONTUMI has to go in for 7 million years, he will go there, no mercy. Attorney General, my prayer is that he will stick to the guns and look at Ghana first. WONTUMI has had this time. He has enjoyed all the luxury. Today they appeared in court. Yes, the lawyers were in court. Our cameras were also there. My brother, my sister, look at them. It was a very beautiful time. WONTUMI is already in there for 20 years. So it has brought a lot of tensions down. And then AKYEA himself came, now representing Chairman WONTUMI in the EXIM case. And you just saw Dr. Slemsai standing right there, my brother, my sister, ready to go in again and push WONTUMI into another bout of prison experience. AKYEA spoke. And what did he tell journalists about this EXIM bank thing? Watch this.
To the court was, in the first instance, you are not kind to say that I'm a lucky man. You've put more work on my shoulders. But essentially, the judge agreed, and Honorable Deputy Attorney General Service House agreed that you attempt a plea bargain and then come back to the court and announce it. So we'll take up that initiative and see whether we can broker a deal, and that matter will come to an end. So that is what happened. But relating to the ABOAGYE case, Cromwell, who was the last witness and investigator for the Attorney General, is still in the box. And today he made several concessions. I didn't understand the national security space. And I begin to wonder, I don't have to say so many times, that how can you investigate the national security when their matters are clandestine, when they do undercover operations, when they have even operatives functioning in banks? How can you come to terms with a space that you don't understand? And why should we use your ignorance to send somebody to jail? So this is where we are. Tomorrow is a good day for the judiciary, so we won't come. But Wednesday we'll continue with it and see how it pans out. But it's very, very unfortunate. He made several admissions. I didn't understand the national security arrangement.
Council, let me draw you back a little on, still on WONTUMI. The party says it's taking over all of WONTUMI's cases. Does that translate to the Tano Nimri case as well? Will you be taking over as counsel for WONTUMI in that matter as well?
Yes, indeed. And all the cases associated with WONTUMI have taken over. And then we'll see how we prosecute them.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Samuel AKYEA, my brother, my sister. And you heard him. He took the opportunity to talk about the ABOAGYE case. Today we won't go into it. We will look at it tomorrow. In fact, he is the most uncomfortable lawyer in the world as it stands right now. And I don't envy him at all. His client is already in jail for 20 solid years. The next few clients are on their way to join Chairman Wontumi in there from the way things are going. My brother, my sister, they say if you don't know what death is, just look at what sleep looks like. Now, AKYEA has taken over all the cases of Chairman Wontumi. As ordered by Bawumia, the NPP legal team has taken over all the cases of Wontumi, and it will be time, my brother, my sister, for justice to be delivered in a splendid way. Let me close on this. When Wontumi was going to court, none of these guys, Oseche Mensah, or Pong Krumah, Samia Wuku, and all those guys, none of them ever made time to go and see Wontumi. But they all had the time to drive several tens of miles to Nsawam prison to greet him. That continues to remind me of the African proverb. A friend who lives just a street away from your home finds it very difficult to come and visit you, but he will travel several hundreds of miles to your funeral and to your burial. This is what is happening to Chairman Wontumi. Chairman Wontumi wants to pay 12 million when he actually took over 14 million, and interest has compounded so that the case will be over. And you heard AKYEA, he doesn't even want to fight it in court. They want to have a case that will not have any trial. To avoid trial, they are ready to pay 12 million. Attorney General said, no, we are not interested in that. We want the full amount. We want Wontumi to accept guilt, and it will be in his records that he is a criminal, a fraudster. That is the only way Iyoko would say, oh, we can take the plea deal now, or else they will go to trial and push the facts, which Wontumi and his lawyers know that these are airtight facts out of a serious investigation. As for Chairman Wontumi, wow, dash. This is what nobody is able to tell you. What exactly Wontumi is saying he will pay, and what Iyoko under the Attorney General wants, and we have brought it to bear. My brother, my sister, it looks like it's going to be another interesting trial. Unless Wontumi agrees that I am already in jail, let us just accept this. In fact, he is now going to pay about 40 million Ghana cedis. From the last time that it was 30 million, compound interest has been slapped on it, and it has even increased. Wontumi is truly in trouble. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Hey, KOKA runs away as High Court issues arrest bench warrant. High Court, take out the T at the end, please. KOKA runs away as High Court issues arrest bench warrant. KOKA runs away as High Court issues arrest bench warrant, or better still, bench warrant arrest. My brother, my sister, how many of us know KOKA? He's the NPP activist. My brother, my sister, who is in trouble right now. Every NPP demonstration, this gentleman is there. Sometimes he gets violent, banging on cars and all that. My brother, my sister, this is KOKA. Now, in one of the demonstrations somewhere in May, around the 20th of May, this same year, my brother, my sister, that was last year, May, he went all the way to Iyoko. There was a big demonstration, NPP demonstration, where they normally, allegedly, pay ghetto people to come out there and be part of a demonstration they don't even understand. And over there, he went over to the Iyoko building, looked at the Iyoko building, and uttered threats to the boss of Iyoko. He was captured on video. This is what has landed him into trouble. Let us recap that and listen to him with rapt attention, what he said in front of Iyoko. At the time, nobody really came out to tell you who he was threatening. But the truth is just one. He was threatening the boss of Iyoko. Yes, and I'm talking about one capo di tutti capi, one capo Ray, the blue suit wearing dude, Raymond Archer. Watch this.
I know why you stay. You are laughing. Yes, you are there mocking us. You are mocking us today. We know you. You are there mocking us. You are there mocking us. That time will come. That time will come. That time will come. Your friend is saying, Raymond Archer, all these people and your personal vendetta. Say police need to catch them. Say, oh my chance, man, because you and it was a reset. The process is not done. The process will be formatting. But the formatting process, when we know you, we bring you out of your room for judgment. We will, the format. I know why you stay. You are laughing.
I know where you stay. You are laughing. You are mocking us. The time will come. And of course, that simply means we'll slaughter you. Death. And then he followed it up and said, oh, that Raymond Archer guy, you know what? They say there is the resetting. But when we come, we will reformat it. We know where they live. We will pull them out for justice. The interviewer asked, I don't understand. What do you mean? He said, when we reach there, you would understand. Well, the issue was reported to the police. And then remember, we followed up on this issue. All of a sudden, when he was supposed to go to court, he said he was ill. Remember when we said he said his right hand and then moved to the left hand and then the leg and all that. And we saw him on his hospital bed, confirming exactly what we told you here. My brother, my sister, well, the hospital discharged him all the way from Adabraka. And it was time now to take him for more questioning and then to the courthouse. Investigators say that he vanished. They were looking for KOKA, they couldn't find him. KOKA was told that he would have to go to court. He didn't. My brother, my sister. And then the police went to court without KOKA and a bench warrant. My brother, my sister, was slapped on his head. Run the dossier. Come here. Now, an Accra court has issued a bench warrant for the arrest of Kwekwose Kurancha Siedu, aka KOKA, a marketer and communicator for the New Patriotic Party. The warrant was ordered after KOKA failed to appear before the court to face criminal charges. Criminal charges. Did you hear that? Criminal charges. Now the charges, KOKA is facing charges of threats of death and the publication of false news. Now the prosecution states that the complainants are staff members of the Iyoko. KOKA allegedly recorded and circulated a video on social media on May 29, 2026. All right, so it's May 29, 2026, where he threatened the lives of Iyoko staff. So it's actually this year. The prosecution noted that in the video, KOKA stated, we know the officers' houses, we know where they stay, and we will kill you. KOKA was invited for questioning on July 14, a few days ago, 2026, and was duly notified to appear for his court hearing. When the case was called, he was absent. Chief Inspector Wisdom Alowu, prosecuting the case, described KOKA's failure to show up as highly disrespectful to the court, prompting the court, my brother, my sister, to issue the bench warrant. Now, following his absence and the issuance of the arrest warrant, the Accra Circuit Court has adjourned the case to August 25, 2026. So you see, around that same time, WONTUMI is also going to be there. My brother, my sister, I am glad that all these movers and shakers of our country's political scene are facing the harsh reality that the people are more important. Because it's because of the people that you guys are there. You guys are only individuals. The people are the masses. If anybody should be sacrificed at all, it should be you. Yes. You said you were going to sacrifice. You were the servants of the masses, only for you to get in there. And most of these people become lords over the poor masses. My brother, my sister, KOKA is in trouble. I like KOKA. Yes, I like him. I've never met him. I like his activism. I like how he speaks his mind. But when speaking your mind in democracy all of a sudden translates into threats, then you are a terrorist. You are no longer a Democrat. You are a terrorist. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, KOKA is on the run according to the Accra High Court. And now they are waiting to grab him. But his case has been adjourned to the 25th. If he's arrested today, he will be locked up and will never be able to come out until the 25th. So because he has seen that there's a bench warrant for his arrest, he might decide not to come out now and wait until the 26th and then appear in court. Do you get it? If he appears right now, he will be arrested. And if he's arrested, the reason is that because you ran away the first time, the court says we should make sure that you are in our custody. So they will lock him up until the 25th. So most probably, KOKA is going to continue hiding. He will hide for 1 whole month. You will never hear him talk. From now, you will not hear his voice on radio. You will not hear him on social media. Or that will be tantamount to something else. He will hide and finally come out. Maybe he will go and give an excuse to the judge that all of a sudden he developed Bewa, Echo. Because these people, they only fall sick when they are arrested. They are used to comfort and luxury. The moment they are arrested, they all of a sudden have diabetes. They have pulmonary disease. They have all diseases that cannot be found in the medical dictionary. For KOKA, well, it's time for judgment. It's time to own up to your utterances. We wish you well. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Dodo, come here. Watch this. 75-year-old soldier. In fact, add another old day. 75-year-old soldier curses Chairman WONTUMI. And he didn't just end there. He also decided to pull in the OTUMFOUR. 75-year-old soldier curses WONTUMI in fiery video drags OTUMFOUR in for action. Hey! Over the weekend, I chanced upon a video and I saw a man wearing something like a hat. From the distance, you might think that he has dreadlocks. Then he's wearing a batakari with some amulets on that, displaying his soldier hat and some other such things. And then I became frightened at the way he was throwing punches left, right, and center. My God, how could I get in contact with this guy? 75 years, but he looks so strong and active. Then just at the tail end of the video, he mentioned his phone number. And then I placed a call to him. I introduced myself to him. And I told him why I was calling him. He was very angry. My brother, my sister, he's a 75-year-old, an ex-soldier. In fact, in the days of Giwa, Hamidu Giwa, in the army, and all those serious warring soldiers, he was in the army. According to him, he was their little boy. They were those who staged the coup against Jerry John Rawlings. My brother, my sister, that botched coup, he was part of it. He was in the army for a long time and decided to step out. I must warn you that this video is so fiery. It's hot. Watch this.
Menye osof menye ohene menye hwi but me yatima ni foba me din de Dr. Janko Vida kwa ma ankoski anko chiri koduru form 1 kopem bram de koya adwuma of fire service esa de koya adwuma wo sojemu esa be ya adwuma wo government transport a me di ba fie 1998 ene me sa ye video to so nsi ananse nso me di awreho ni su asa o man memani me ko dansole esi ageli chema wontumi nti MPP panyini bia begina afidie so se kwa ade gine fa so hawo o mu jeli chema wontumi no eya amana esam me kamera ati ase se ga na o mu fi se memani ha dia me de me ka che me menye oba wo menye oba ne sabe konto mpanifo ne kan se sika nshi obotom a wontumi mforoka ti ga na ha dia ni ma ne se obi obobu o ma enya sika ene ese koto edina asemman me se OTUMFOUR se na wadawro makatachi da bia me kasa me bodi enye di tambi but me pese o kire se ye do sika edwananka me te oboasi aka police ummasinko he kro bi e from my e from 15 abraso aburchire ummasinko he chama wontumi woni ni company ummasima funtum asasem ye fra kro bi krobo eya bibi panye edi ni besi so onhwe asase so oni chama wontumi ye emeda bia ni wa dwa FM enyi asase asama wontumi ene ni company ase no ma dwa FM na de Ghana benefo bibi benefo mu bubba dam another school mu kwet ma gese mu che obi ana uko school no ya tabinya MPP ene nya party ene Ghana ha ye muya police fo ye muya soldier fo che party obi akọ school get 10 years oba no be join party and 4 years onu be shemira e ma soldier fo nkasa ko hwe mejo commanders and the police timire mu no na nya sabe konto enya president na commander police fo nya ya we commander ehwe o mai so minim sabe ya man ko chia me free soldier mu and president and ya sabe commander a command soldier and ma soldier fo aye din a soldier fo ntime nkasa mi opani abegina TikTok when radio so ni news so such a mount me politics no so ye krasini na se wonnim nyansa tukwabra ni afa nko krasi awo oboase nya danse mantem ha kwa wi aduma chama wontumi asase awase no wo be je radio so sikanti such a mount me asifie chama wontumi woka wo ye party chairman o man na ne dia chama wontumi o man na ne dia efiri kwa me kuma abra so Se sa no mu ya ya. Can you say Ghana Mabatui? And I'm with this school Jimmy and the party. Ukaka as by a party chairman, Ukaka as well communication nonsense. Kwasiasam. And my police for my castle for Watum. Make a couple was a police. Me doing a couple hata when I say my shabata in Cassia. OTUMFOUR Wadaurma. Make a son metrum and Yashmachi. And he said, Ghana wouldn't ya comfort. Make a chop OTUMFOUR. Wouldn't ya comfort. Wouldn't ya been for. And Jimmy, and almost all your Sikadro, and almost all your Dabain, and Kwasiasa. And the Diakos memory. Comfort Nacha comfort to the Breso, flower Abreso. Let's have them and then you are Ghana. I didn't comfort it. Yes, you have to see for. Ya comfort. You have me a second as you are. Kwasiabi the Jabba you are not the letter home. Sabo Sumakan. When Nimunyansa said, Nishan was so common. Yes, I know. I didn't have sorry. Suppose more than one sorry. I don't know conform sorry. And the Jimmy and the Ghana comfort. And yet it's for the Bugana Kwasiasam and Yedi. Shabata Jakasi, and the Bosu da Lipa, Sabusumakam. Nonsense. Sabusumakana Bosu to me. At the Sadia Sabia Conte, you could tell me, Yadia Maya. Mobile Mudim Bamiba, the Fish of Yamuan, or was it 207? Ever seen now because Mumma have record. Me kumni pagoma kumni pagoma more than 4,000. Me second, me fiaba, police into me chime. Oh, he be a to chime. And it's a me na me diam. Because confornachi. And send Jena confornachi by nan. Oba to comfort as you. Minim conformia, nam comfort to that. Nam trahohe. Na minimum pujina moi. Hey, oh my Ghana. Oh my Ghana. Politicians. Abe condemn the America. Upaja ukranwa he sabe konto nya diska kwa hunu wa hinibi na wakama he ukuma hoso nya diska kwa hunu wa hinibi na wakama he akonfo ntimi nkasa abiti fo ntimi nkasa na accident yesi Ghana modesha belfo asofo Ghana Jimmy anu omu kwasi preaching se beye wo wiase muni beye se de sitie that's go be yadom and my woman 18, and my 18, and my 18, and it will be buffalo, and walk me baby. So I never know my van for Chasantine, my van for Chabaya, so from my put it to me for draw. I couldn't get my coach court, and I'm quite judging up with Sammy. Saturday, I'm going to put out a little over you. So I see my body to a woman in Yibayan, and Chama saying, will be on the country of their home. I give you all home when you swap. Yanni a fresh set, who fresh sent no bad rare. The catch no. Yanni a friend sent the flap power. Your flower mobile red, ever near Cassa. A day, back of Fonza, and to make a penny penny. Happy before, and this is for
well, his real name is John Kofi Dankwa. He was in the army. He has 18 children and he's 75 years old. He's based in a village there in Obuase. He says Chairman Wontumi has destroyed a lot of the land from what he has seen. And a lot of politicians are doing that, all in the name of politics. He said, if this was what was happening in the past, would we come and meet this country called Ghana? Well, an angry man certainly will go overboard. He said he has been responsible for the deaths of about 4,000 people. As to how he did it, I don't know. As a soldier, he says he has served the country and he's not scared to speak his mind. This is John Kofi Dakwa. John Kofi Dakwa. That's him. He's angry. He's retired. 75 years old. He wants to see a better Ghana. He wants to see Ghana develop. And is ready to lay down his life to see this country get better. My brother, my sister, we still have people like this who have Ghana at heart And though they are supposed to be in retirement and just taking care of their grandchildren and maybe smoking some pipe, bonto, and sleeping all day, he's still actively involved in the Ghana movement, a better Ghana movement. What do you think about what he has said? Has he made sense? Or was he overly angry? He lives in Obuasi, and he is testimony to what he sees around. The destruction, the forest cover gone, water bodies polluted. He's asking all those priests who say there are gods in the rivers and all that, why are the gods not standing up and fighting for the land? For him, some of these priests have gone into some foolishness, and that foolishness is responsible for the powerlessness of the gods. My brother, my sister, this is a government footage of Akunta Mining's destruction of the Tano, Nimri forests, and even more. And they are standing trial as it stands right now. Already Chairman Wontumi is in there for 20 years. The Tano Nimri is still hanging. Exim Bank is still hanging. It looks like only God can save Chairman Wontumi. Even his party members have given up on him. It's the Black Pot, aka KOKA. And here, we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more exclusives. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Kai! Wayo! Kogo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Black Pot. Coco show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we don't criticize unless we are just going to be criticizing to build and never to destroy. This is the voice of the people, the voice of the masses. This is the Black Pot. This is the foundation of the truth. It's the Black Pot, aka KOKA, where we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. More tears as South Africa closes down textile factory over exit of foreigners. Hey, South Africa hasn't seen anything yet. I came across a news item, my brother, my sister, and it's sad. Now, when it comes to textiles, West Africa is #1. Ghana is one country that has more textiles than a lot of these African countries. My brother, my sister, and this that I'm wearing, and most of the time, I wear some of this right from Ghana. South Africa also has a thriving textile industry, producing textiles of color. Nigeria is another such powerful country when it comes to textile production. Mali is one such country. Zimbabwe is one such country. Uganda, oh my God. Now, one of the thriving textile factories in South Africa is closing down, has closed down. And the sad thing is that it's moving to Zimbabwe. Can you believe that? The factory has closed down, kaput, and it's moving all the way to Zimbabwe. What is the reason? Let me not take the wind out of your sail. Come follow me. Watch this.
Newcastle is a small industrial town in the KwaZulu-Natal province of South Africa. The town is best known for its steel making, as it is home to the largest steel production plant in the country. But Newcastle also has a thriving clothing and textile sector, with over 300 factories based in two main industrial zones of Matateni and Riverside. In the 1990s, government incentives drew Taiwanese and Chinese investors to manage CMT factories in this area. The industry attracted skilled labor from neighboring countries. Today, the situation has changed significantly. This factory in Matateni has lost a quarter of its workforce.
Difficult time for the Newcastle clothing and textile sector. It's a sector that depends heavily on skilled labor coming from other southern African countries. As you can see, a lot of the machines are lying idle here because many of the foreigners have left.
Because I also shot some skilled workers now, so my production is not like before being running smoothly. And it affects my delivery as well, because maybe before I can deliver on time, but now maybe I have to be rushing too tightly, so it's impact one. Number two, I think it's maybe we're starting training. Training is the time, but if training the people maybe affect my quality and my efficiency, all those be affected my business.
Some clothing retailers have apparently shifted their contracts to Lesotho and Swaziland. Suppliers are under pressure to fulfill seasonal orders ahead of spring, adding further strain to a local clothing industry that was slowly emerging from years of decline. Sumitra Nadu, CGTN, Newcastle, South Africa.
They are relocating to Swaziland, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and some other such countries, because a lot of the workforce came from those areas. Malawi, all those countries into South Africa. Now, the textile company has closed down in two major areas in South Africa. They are moving to other South African nations. Why? Xenophobia. People are fleeing South Africa for their lives. They are going away. They don't want to be killed. Ghanaians are gone. Yesterday, another plane came in, carrying probably one of the last batches of Ghanaians. Nigerians have packed their workers away from South Africa, and other countries have done that. Now, there's a South African brother that I truly like. His name is King Kyle. He's a musician. social media activist, and he's not scared to speak his mind. At a time when a lot of South Africans are rallying around Operation Dudula and march, whose numbers are dwindling anyway, with the constant marching on the street and playing the tomfoolery. This is Jacinta Ngobese Zuma. And that other guy for Operation Dudula, this guy here, he's belly full right now. He's had a lot for his foolishness. His name is Fakela Nkosikona Ndabadambada. That's him. All they can show is pot belly and foolishness, wielding cudgels and such weapons, yet they claim they are on a peaceful march. My brother, my sister, Fakel has risen, I beg your pardon, Fakel, this guy Fakela, has risen against the so-called foreigners. And he's a thorn in the flesh of all these wonderful people. Yet white people and all other people who look like white people are free to walk around. Nobody asks them for any papers because they are still in that state of slavery. Well, King Kyle has spoken about this. Watch the tears in his eyes. Watch the sorrow, how he feels for his country, South Africa. Watch this.
So, a lot of retailers have been shifting production to other countries like Lesotho, Swaziland, because that is where the skilled workers come from. So ever since they left, production has been slow. And you know that right now we are approaching spring, we are approaching summer. We need a lot of clothes for our kids for December. So there's a lot of clothes that needs to be done. You understand? A lot of production that needs to be produced right now. So things are slow because South Africans, they still need training. That is what the owners are saying, the owners of the shops are saying. But the owners don't have time to train people, which I've been saying for a long time. These things were addressed in a very wrong way. We should not have addressed it the way we addressed them. Yes, we understand that most of these people, maybe they were here illegally. But most of them were not even here illegally. Some of them were legal, but they were still forced to go back to their countries. Because South Africans are saying that legal or illegal, you must go back. All these jobs belong to South Africans. But South Africans are not experienced enough to can do these kind of jobs. So now, the business people, they are taking their businesses to those countries. They are going after the skilled workers right now. Soon they will be going to Malawi, because most of them, they come from Malawi. Soon they will be going to open these businesses in Malawi. And then when we don't have a lot of factories here in South Africa that are producing here in South Africa, because it was easier for us. We got these things, most of them, cheaper because they were being made here. So now when we have to import these things, imagine how expensive that is going to be. Because you can see how expensive Nike, Adidas, how expensive they are, because they are not our own products. They come from other countries. So imagine now even the smaller things, the smaller Chinese clothes that we had here that we were selling for 20 rand, 30 rand, 40 rand, how expensive they are going to be, because we are going to be importing from other countries right now. And most of us will not be working again, which is a loss for us. So I got hit by surprise, because I never thought these companies would run away from South Africa and go to those countries and actually chase after their experienced workers. I thought they would keep on training South Africans, but hey, they don't have time for training. They are saying that these things should have been done at school. You people should have learned these things at school. That is why I was always saying that it was very wise for us to use our brains. You understand? You don't just chase people that you know they are key factors in a kind of production. You know, if we don't have those people, there's no production. What we should have done as South Africans is go there and work alongside them. Learn the business, learn the skills. You understand? And then when you have learned the skills, then you can drive them out, because now you know you are able to do these jobs. You understand? And this thing of saying, even if they go, we don't care. South Africa, everybody wants to come to South Africa. You guys forget, South Africa, people love South Africa because of Nelson Mandela. But the reason why people love South Africa is because of what Mandela has done for them. Because Mandela was loved by everyone worldwide. That is why even when Michael Jackson, they came here. And then now that you have turned your backs on Mandela, saying Mandela has not done anything for you, hey, he did not help you with anything, even today you are still colonized, but you are free to think, you are free to open your own businesses, you are free to do a lot of things. Now those people, because Mandela is not here, the spirit of Ubuntu is dead. They are going. Yes, we know that South Africa is beautiful because then the white people, they build beautiful infrastructure for us, which we are damaging, by the way. In 32 years, we have damaged that beautiful infrastructure. These businesses will go elsewhere. And when they go, a lot of people are going to suffer. A lot of us are going to suffer. Guys, this is a problem. And right now, we cannot fix it right now. It can't be fixed right now. A lot of you will still say, it does not matter. It does not matter because I need to now you see you don't want to say that I was wrong. We were wrong. We are sorry. What you guys should be doing right now is apologizing to these African nationals. What you have done to them here in South Africa. Because right now, you are even going to be worse than Zimbabwe. What you have been scared of saying, when we chase the white people, we will be like Zimbabwe, we'll be like Zimbabwe. The white people are still here. But we are turning into something even worse than Zimbabwe. Because when the businesses that you thought held the country, they are not really the ones that held the economy of this country. Real businesses, we are more about textiles right now. What's happening? You can see. They are
It's called King Zion. He's a musician and also he is a content creator. This is the guy. You heard him. Do I need to talk about it again? Absolutely not. They shouldn't have done what they did. You don't have the skills. You have chased away all the skilled workers. Your pension is to sit at home and be paid about 400 rands by the government every month on the back of the hard-working African people in your factories. You chase them out. Now, the owners of the factories are packing out of South Africa. According to him, and this is the raw truth, the white man came to build South Africa because he had a stake in it to also live there. But the same black people are destroying the infrastructure. What he said that touched me and brought me to tears. He said, you know what we should be doing? We have to be apologizing to the African brothers. They were here, not because South Africa is too beautiful, but because of Mandela and the spirit of Ubuntu. But even you, Operation Didula, and match, or is it match for match or match to match, whatever nonsense that is. You have said that Mandela did nothing for you and that whatever money he took from African countries was for him and his family. How could you be this wicked, South Africa? Is that how short-circuited you could be in your brains? Do you have any wisdom at all? Is that how you can speak about your leader who brought you this far and gave you freedom to dance to Amapiano and drink Wonka Morte and have sex like little rabbits? Bunnies. Well, King Kyle has made it clear. It's time to apologize to our African brothers. Things won't change immediately. South Africa will still suffer, but do the needful. I cry for South Africa. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kokoshodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 5. Watch this. See what Hanan did to land in more trouble. His name is Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodeba, the former boss of NAFCO. He tried to leave the country because the court gave him that permission to go and treat his eye. The doctors made it clear, 2 doctors, that he needed eye drops because the condition he has cannot be cured medically. But he still wanted to travel to London to have the white man drop eye drops that he can find in Ghana there for 4 days and return to Ghana. Investigators read sinister motives into his decision. Investigators said he went to the Republic Bank, Laboni branch, to scoop all his money, presenting a document that had nothing to do with the defreezing of his account. And therefore, they waited until he was about to board his flight. They nabbed him and brought him back. He's still in court trying to fight it. A few days later, his own wife also ran to the court. This time around, she wants to fly with their son because their son has a certain behavioral trauma. The son, who is about 7, has seen too much of what the father is going through in the media and is traumatized. And no Ghanaian trauma doctor can handle that but England. So the wife has gone to the court to get the permission to fly the boy all the way to London for a London-based doctor to treat the child of the trauma. And the matter will be heard in court as we speak. My brother, my sister, investigators are trying to prevent another Ken Ofori-Atta issue. But investigators are angry with Hanan. All his properties that were frozen, we are aware that 4 of them have been released to Hanan. Those in the north, Iyoko has written these things on them. This property is frozen, you know, and it's by Iyoko and under investigation, keep off. You know what Hanan has done to this? This is another property. This property is frozen by Iyoko and under investigation, keep off. That is still in the north. More properties. My brother, my sister, Iyoko has written on them one after the other. And this is what Hanan has allegedly done. He has gone to deface the writing. But it is still showing a little bit. Deface the red. My brother, my sister, and Iyoko is angry. The law enforcement is angry. As it stands right now, this matter might also still go to court. And if it does, Hanan may be charged again with whatever they call it. What the lawyers will call this, I don't know. For Hanan, this is bringing him a lot of trauma. People passing by see this and they make comments. Maybe his son would also pass by it and read it and then go and ask the father, what does this mean? But my brother, that is the punishment you go through. Or better still, that is the procedure you go through when you are under investigation. As it stands, Hanan might be picked up in this issue again, not arrested, but they might end up going to court to deal with this issue. Already, there are a number of issues around him. Some 78 million Ghana cedis blown away. One man has bought so much and acquired so much in the almost 8 years that he was in power under Nana Addo. A civil servant. My brother, my sister, this is the Ghana that we live in. They are asking him to account for all these things. And it came out that during his tenure of office, there was a lot of malfeasance, stealing, money laundering, and much more. How is this case going to end? In a few weeks, this one too will join Chairman WONTUMI. Dash. is the Blackport, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 6. Watch this. WONTUMI is a common criminal, period. INUSAH FUSEINI silences AKYEA. Now, a lot of people are peddling it around that, oh, Chairman WONTUMI is a political prisoner. His lawyer has spoken. Better still, his former lawyer, Andy Apiakubi, does he think that his client, oh, better still, his former client is a political prisoner? He spoke with our sister station, TV3. Watch this.
The narrative that has been put out about Chairman WONTUMI's imprisonment is that he's a political prisoner. You handled most part of this particular trial. Do you agree with that?
I agree that the evidence on record cannot support the verdict.
Is he a political prisoner?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, I didn't see any politics in the records, but what I'm saying is that the judgment cannot be supported by the evidence. That one is, and that is the, in any case, that is how I will interpret the situation. But again, subject to 3 wise men who also look at what we are all saying. But I will be firm in my conviction that the evidence here in this records cannot support the conviction. If I have the opportunity, I will even tell you about the particulars of offense and even read the particulars of offense and see that it is even wrong. They said, for the first one, particular.
This is Andy Apiakubi, who is always running away from his client. He said he didn't see anything politics in the judgment. His problem is that the evidence presented was not enough to send his client to jail. But he didn't see anything politics. My brother, my sister, is he a political prisoner? Or he's a common criminal? INUSAH FUSEINI has some information. Watch this.
First of all, let me say that WONTUMI is not a political prisoner. And everybody should disabuse his mind on that statement. He is not a political prisoner. WONTUMI is a common prisoner. He's a common criminal. Political prisoners are imprisoned because of their beliefs. I don't even believe and think that WONTUMI understands the new liberal philosophy of the MPP. I don't even think he understands.
Oh goodness.
Yes, I don't think so.
And so you should withdraw that.
I won't withdraw that.
The chairman of
I said that I don't think. It's my view. It's my view. And how can you say that somebody who has been held by a court of competent jurisdiction to have violated the laws of the country is a political prisoner? What beliefs was he fighting for that sent him to jail?
What beliefs was he fighting for that sent him to prison? Galamsey? Or we don't understand what it means to say a political prisoner. A country of English speakers, yet the same English that they are so proud to speak, they don't understand. Oh, tables will turn. Very soon tables will turn and you will go to jail. That's all they know to say. The economy is booming. Mahama is having a joy ride. Mahama is the talk of town. He has, in fact, what is the word? Resurrected the dead economy that he inherited. And he has given it life, like Jesus Christ telling Lazarus, come out, Lazarus. It was dead, my brother, my sister, and smelling. And when Mahama was taking over the economy, hey, like the sister of Lazarus, he was told the economy is dead. and has been buried. By now, the economy is smelling, having gone rotten. Mahama said, no, the economy is sleeping. Roll over the tombstone. And when it was rolled over, he stood there and said, commanded the economy, come out, rise, and move again. Hey, abracadabra, like Jesus Christ commanded Lazarus. Come out, Lazarus. And with all the ropes around him, the embalmment, he walked into life again. My brother, my sister, how is Chairman Wontumi a political prisoner? And as INUSAH FUSEINI said, he doesn't even understand the common politics of his own party. He doesn't understand the ideology of the party. He doesn't understand the history. He's too mediocre-minded. This guy doesn't know the difference between Togo and Togo. This guy understands nothing except Galamsey. That's all. My brother, my sister, AKYEA tried to interrupt. You saw how INUSAH FUSEINI silenced him. They are both lawyers. They know what it is to talk the law. How is Wontumi a political prisoner? Somebody who does not understand any political ideology. He doesn't understand what capitalism is, let alone socialism. Somebody who doesn't even know how many constituencies we have in Ghana, let alone the difference between an MP and an assemblyman. This guy doesn't know. He's only there because he knows how to shout and make noise. And because it's a country of so many illiterates, he's like, they follow him like sheep. Is he a political prisoner? Or he's a common criminal? It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here, we would always speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Kai! Wayo!
Back and stay safe. The National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from overturned fuel tankers at accident scenes. Do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos or pictures. Inhaling the petroleum product is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss of property. Call the Ghana Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority.
Build and new opportunities are opening up. And if you're African or part of the African diaspora, you really don't want to sit this one out, because this could be one of the greatest opportunities for our generation. And before you say, I don't know anything about technology, that's okay. Everyone can learn. Even if you're starting with no background in AI, you could be in the medical field, the financial field, a student, anything or anyone, you don't, or just basically somebody looking for new direction. That's why we here at Patriot Solutions, a USA-based company, is offering a 12-week artificial intelligence governance professional course, all online. You will learn about AI governance, AI risk. You will learn about prompt engineering, AI agents, RAG, and then responsible AI. The classes start.
Skipper George. Blackpot. Kuku show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shodemo, and here we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thank you so much to Tesoro Doriente, turn every single shower into a royal experience. I want to also say thank you so much to Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, and of course to NPA. Oh my God. Thanks so much for doing all the wonderful things that you continue to do to keep us safe and still giving us the energy. The message is very simple. Stay back, stay safe. At this point, I want to also say thank you so much, oh my God, to Patriot Solutions. Oh yes, Patriot Solutions, and that's your guide to financial freedom. It's a 12-week AI governance course. Just come to register, and it's so simple. Now, it starts on the 25th of August, 2026. Register now, because there are only limited seats. Be a champion in AI. AI is the order of the day, and the number is there. It's an American number. You can also send an email, and you can also visit the website, my brother, my sister, Patriot Solutions. Very simple. Your guide to financial freedom. And you are going to be taught by experts in AI. My brother, my sister, the pioneers of AI. Some who have even built AI tools. What do you want to learn? The AI GP governance, prompt engineering, AI agent development. Oh my God. There's a live online training that will start on the 25th. AI governance, Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, RAG, MCP, AI GP certificate you would get right after all this. My brother, my sister, Patrick Solution is telling you that this is the guide to financial freedom. Are you ready? Register right now. Patrick is on, and at the same time, Valerie is on. The two giants when it comes to AI. They are based in America. All you need to do is to register. Do you want to fly and join them in America and do the training there? It's also possible. All you need to do is to register now, send an email or call, and everything is made perfect for you. I am taking part in the training. Remember, it starts on the 25th of August, so register now. There's a rush, and it's so affordable. Master, my brother, my sister, this is your guide to financial freedom. Patrick Solutions is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonemo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 7. Final story. Watch this. Miracles ABOAGYE lied. He actually begged for consideration. And this is coming from who? His successor. His name is GAMELI. HOEDOAFIA. And he is spilling all the beans. Wow. Hi. How many of us know Miracles ABOAGYE? Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE is this wonderful gentleman here. He's a good communicator for his party, the NPP. He's a mentor to so many people. Now, my brother, today we have an exclusive. Miracles ABOAGYE is the guy here. And we're going to tell you something that nobody has ever told you. Now, Miracles ABOAGYE granted an interview to his lawyer on radio, OB. And in that interview, he mentioned some very, very thorny issues, very sensitive. Note that. He talked about GAMELI and what probably happened between them. Then also, he talked about a mutual friend that they have and how the NDC is trying to victimize him. I told you already, this guy will join WONTUMI in jail, period. Watch this.
And that's how come the current executive no war lands.
Yes,
ministry.
no war lands ministry as a civil servant. Inti eventually now Abain Sasa, you know. Then he came back
to IMCC,
now as the
executive secretary.
So now that is where the issue starts. Oba, you know. Inti me na me feel say me mo mama ne permanent job or civil service no. I'm say 2 months be no kofi you know anya ne de. Nani anche. Inti odahye mu. Inti Oba, you know, I remember correctly, the first 3 months, he called me. In fact, my mutual friend, be friend, me catch him say, you know, Gamele say, then call for the money pressure, say you should find something on you. Because my buying the pressure, you know. I'm telling you this.
But how should we believe the
No. If you want me to prove it, I can prove it to you. You know, sometimes when you have very personalized conversations with people, you want to respect that. You know, he did that. In fact, there was a joint meeting between myself and him and our mutual friend.
Personally?
Yes, face to face.
Face to face?
Yes, face to face. The same thing. He said the same thing. Now me say, but me, I speak for the former vice president. I speak for the MPP. Asking me to keep quiet is like asking me not to exist. It's not possible. No, say okay. Then he went ahead. That is when he and this, I think this was around when na ye kagalam say issues, no.
Oh, that's last year?
Yes. You know when
okay. Kwenyako baby, water treatment.
Okay, I say galamsey campaign. Yeah. It was around that time. And to me, na minya message if you know say why audit. There's a draft report that he wants me to respond to. Okay. Audit the audit will be you first of all need to write to the person. Tell the person the scope of the audit. And then working papers, only the panel must all sign to. Before you even
these are the documents we are going to.
Yes. Okay. And the person must, you know.
Well, we played this video last week just to recap some of the important things. He talked about a mutual friend. Then he talked about GAMELI HOEDOAFIA, who was taking over from him. Now, this guy, and that this guy told him, my people, the NDC, are giving me pressure to find something on you so that you would be in trouble. So you talk too much, relax. And that he said, no, he can't stop talking. My brother, my sister, let me take you to the genesis of the whole thing. But first and foremost, who is this man? GAMELI HOEDOAFIA. Come here. Run the dossier and watch this. Dr. Dominic GAMELI Kewurebe HOEDOAFIA is a prominent Ghanaian public policy expert, governance reform strategist, and researcher who serves as the executive secretary of the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. He took office on February 17, 2025, leading Ghana's central institutional body for intersectoral policy, coordination, and local government system administration. Now, he specializes in public policy formulation, government reform, local economic development, decentralized service delivery, and public sector monitoring and evaluation. He possesses over 20 years of professional experience, spanning both the public and private sectors in Ghana and the United Kingdom. Listen, please pay attention. Now, he has served as a corporate chief executive officer in agribusiness and as an independent management consultant. He holds a PhD in his field and is an alumnus of the University of Ghana. He directs the IMCCOD Secretariat operating under the Office of the President to synchronize mini-cabinet level decisions on local administration. He spearheads institutional frameworks advocating for improved direct transfers to the District Assembly's Common Fund, DACF, to strengthen local development financing. And this is the final one. Acts as a public advocate for structural adherence to the Local Government Act 935. Dash it away and come here. Now this is the man, HOEDOAFIA. Now what the media is not telling you is what I'm about to tell you. When Nana Addo was in power, this guy called Miracles ABOAGYE was all over the place. Of course, because of the work he does. He communicates and he does it well. You can't take it away from him. Now the Swedro boy did all he could to put the NPP there, and he spoke with confidence. Oh yes, especially when he met Sami Jemfi. I love that kind of clash. It was nice. Sami Jemfi from the NDC. Now, Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE, my brother, my sister, took over power at this interministerial coordinating committee on decentralization. And when he got there, HOEDOAFIA had been there for 10 solid years. Directing things there and making sure things were... Listen, 10 years. The moment he arrived, he sacked him. He said, no, the government has no money to pay you. And Tiko said, oh, how? I am not a political appointee. I'm working here as a government worker, civil servant. How do you sack me like that? 4 other people were sacked like that to go away by Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE. They went to court. They won their case. But Miracles still insisted in one way or the other that they had no place at the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. So they were sent to Lands Commission, and some of them were sent to other places to work. He didn't want them around him. So already there was some kind of friction. Then power changed hands 2 years later. And this same HOEDOAFIA was sent to take over from this guy. Now the interview that he granted to Obi, he said that he thought he had given him a civil servant job or civil service job. And they were okay. But later he realized that blah, 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 blah. I like those years. Come here. Run the doors here. Let me show them something. Watch this. Now the feud between Dr. GAMELI, HOEDOAFIA, and Miracles ABOAGYE stems from a high-profile workplace dismissal at the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization that later escalated into a legal and criminal investigation battle. Did you hear that? Now the friction between the two public officials unfolded across several key incidents. Now in 2023, Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE was heading the IMC COD. When he was the head, he abruptly dismissed Dr. HOEDOAFIA, who had been coordinating affairs at the Secretariat since 2012, alongside 4 other senior officials. And what was the reason? Dr. HOEDOAFIA publicly stated on Channel 1 TV's Face-to-Face that Miracles ABOAGYE told them the Secretariat lacked the funds to pay their salaries and ordered them to go home without prior notice or an exit package. Nothing. Just go home. And they sat home for 1 year. No salary, nothing. Just go home. Now, refusing to accept the termination, Dr. HOEDOAFIA and the affected senior staff took legal action against the decision. Now, the legal battle forced a compromise where they were transferred into the mainstream civil service instead, resulting in Dr. HOEDOAFIA being reassigned to the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources after sitting at home for nearly a year. Did you hear that? It's a confirmation of all that I said. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? My brother, my sister, today as it stands, flip, This is what it is. Now, power changed hands. He is now the boss of the place that Dennis Miracles Aboagye just exited. And on July 12, 2026, Dennis Miracles Aboagye was arrested by Iyoko at the Accra International Airport. The arrest centered on alleged financial irregularities and payroll manipulation during his tenure as the head of the IMCCOD. And then the NPP has come out to say, oh, it's bitterness because Miracle sacked him. This is why he's doing all that. And all the allegations, now Dr. HOEDOAFIA has responded in a press release. Watch this. This is it. This is July 27. What date is that? Today. 27th July 2026. And it says for immediate release. IMCC Secretariat responds to public comments by former Executive Secretary, Mr. Dennis Edward Aboagye. Now, the Interministerial Coordinating Committee, IMCC, on Decentralization Secretariat has noted significant inaccuracies and unsubstantiated statements made by Mr. Dennis Edward Aboagye, a marketer and former Executive Secretary of the IMCC Secretariat, during his appearance on the Ekosisane on the Asempa 94.7 FM on the 21st of July 2026. Now, the IMCC Secretariat is a public service institution established under Section 2073 of the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, and is governed by all laws applicable to the public services in Ghana, including the Public Financial Management Act and the Public Procurement Act. Now, consistent with these obligations, a forensic audit was conducted in 2025. And this is important. Listen. Consistent with these obligations, a forensic audit was conducted in 2025. The audit report found Mr. Aboagye and the accountant personally and jointly culpable for identified irregularities, including authorizing or facilitating non-compliant transactions. Mr. Aboagye was given the opportunity to respond to the findings, which he did. Following that, the audit findings have been submitted to the Iyoko for necessary action. Now, the Secretariat is not privy to the full scope of findings of Iyoko's investigation, but has been informed that the audit report forms part of a wider inquiry and will continue to provide requested documents and information in accordance with due process. And this is the part that is most serious. The Secretariat categorically refused Mr. Aboagye's claim that the Executive Secretary instructed him to stop commenting on government matters, or stated that the NDC government was pressuring him to find something on Mr. Aboagye. For clarity, no such directive or instruction was issued. At no point was such alleged disclosure made. On the contrary, and this is even more dangerous. Hey, watch this. On the contrary, the Secretariat states that Mr. Aboagye, through one of his lawyers and a mutual friend, invited the Executive Secretary to a meeting at the lawyer's office on the 18th of July 2025. Now, during the meeting, Mr. Aboagye asked that aspects of the audit findings be dropped, including findings on 2 bank accounts. One of those accounts recorded transactions totaling 102,255,802 Ghana cedis, 69 pesos, was not disclosed in the handing over notes. Can you imagine? Dennis Miracles Aboagye allegedly spent 102 million, and when he was leaving, no handing over notes covered this. And he asked them to cover that up, according to this statement. Now, the request also covered matters relating to PNY Investment Limited, B-Maba Enterprise, and GAPTE. The Executive Secretary declined the requests. He declined. He said, no. I can't cover you for anything. Dabi. Now, the Secretariat rejects Mr. Aboagye's claim that the current Executive Secretary is targeting him through the audit because of a prior termination of appointment. This is tangential, and the least said about this claim, the better. Oh my God. Now the Secretariat states categorically that no audit or review of its operations is intended to victimize any former official. Administrative, financial, and operational reviews are standard governance practices. Therefore, allegations of persecution are false, unfounded, and misleading. Dash it away. My brother, you see, Ochamia on Nimkasa no Sinana Wawa Soom. This is what HOEDOAFIA and the Secretariat are saying. You invited me. I didn't ask you to come anywhere through a friend. And you were rather begging me to cover up your crimes. And I said, no, I can't do that. Now you are saying because you sacked me, that's why I'm victimizing you. Can you imagine? I told you earlier, remember when we broke the news? And he came and denied. My brother, my sister, he went to Iyoko and was a good boy. Anything they said he should do, he would do that, including begging. The same alleged begging that he went to beg Dr. HOEDOAFIA to cover up his dirty crimes. Well, I think I have a witness. And many people saw this and said, oh, so you see, Blakk Rasta never lies. He won't say what he doesn't know. This is the Honorable Dr. Justice Sremsai. And this is what he has to say in just 2 minutes. Watch this.
Recently, what's his name? Miracles. He came out to say that nobody questioned him about 55 million, that it was questionable. And people believe that. People believe that. Because Miracle is saying it, everybody believes that that is the truth. And nobody is even interested in asking Yoko, how do you even conclude that is true? And you see, Yoko is not under any obligation to be responding to things like that. Law enforcement, we are not under any obligation. At the end of the day, we will bring you to court. We will charge you. You will have your day. So whether we ask you about 55 or we ask you about 5, it's not even our headache. Eventually, whatever we find on you, we'll bring it to court. At that point, we have had situations where people have said nothing. In the end, did they not say that they want plea bargaining? When they said no, we came back, they just kept us there, they didn't ask us any question. But the moment they are charged, they said they want plea bargaining. So I want the public to understand that law enforcement, because of the nature of the work we do and because it's investigation, it's not everything that law enforcement can respond to. But that doesn't also mean that lack of responding to some of these things means that the person who is saying it is right or is correct. That's all I want the public to just be very aware of that.
Is Dennis wrong in that when he tells us?
Of course, he's completely wrong. I mean, you cannot say that he was not questioned about 55. Completely wrong.
Was he questioned on the 55 million?
Yes.
I see. So he's very much aware of why he was kept in there.
Let's not even go further. He's very much aware.
I see. But what did you think about how his bail issue went? You know, he was in there for a while. Then there were demonstrations all day.
No, demonstrations are rights.
Yoko. Then in the last minute, in fact, they had predicted that Yoko would only grant the bail after, you know, the officers who were supposed to do the work had closed.
I'm not aware of that. Those things, you see, I'm not aware of that.
So you see, a lot of our politicians, they are clean until they are proven dirty. And then they start to give alibis and make excuses. Miracles ABOAGYE will go to jail. I'm telling you. From what I have seen, my brother, my sister, it will be difficult if this guy escapes jail. The only thing that can save this man from jail is a coup d'etat that will remove Mahama, and Bawumia will become president all of a sudden. Then he can free WONTUMI and all those other guys. As it stands right now, I know too much. And I'm holding myself back from speaking with you. It's when they come out and they make the noise, then I'm forced to fire. And when they joke, we play the videos where they were on their knees begging. Oh yes, so simple. If you try to stain my credibility, I will show you that we are clean. It's as simple as that. Until that happens, we keep it like that. My brother Miracles, as for you, I will visit you in jail. And I'll bring you wache from Alaji's wife for you to enjoy. Dash is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Time now to go. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you and I love you. Oh my God. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We're so happy to do that. Until then, love and respect. I apologize for the late start of the show. As we told you today, we are packed. And you can see that. Tomorrow, we are equally packed. Catch us tomorrow at 6 p.m. Spread the word. All the exclusives live here. Hey, I feel like doing something crazy tomorrow. This is the home of exclusives. Do you agree? Please share the broadcast and tell a friend to tell a friend that this is where the truth lives. Hey. Let's look at your comments and we are done for the day. Akrong Awaite, beautiful name. Thanks for coming, Black Rasta. Thank you. And then Nanewoto. Richard Kwame says, good evening, sir. James Elom Salah says, good evening. Prince Hina says, Blakk, the youth of this country love you because of your honesty. Your name is now a household name in every community. Please let the government know the youth are still waiting to see oral in action. Well, oral is in action, Prince Hina. Okay? You've seen WONTUMI is in jail. It's because of oral. We are seeing Miracles ABOAGYE and all those people. Soon, Goodfellow and Samia Iku and all those people will all follow that same trail. Did I say Samia Iku? Yeah, I should have held this. Not Samia Iku. Goodfellow and Samia Iku. Did I just say Samia Iku again? Anyway. Blakk, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Akana Zura says, Dodo, welcome, legendary Blakk. Watching you live from Torino, Italy. Anytime I'm watching you, I become so happy. More fire. Thank you, Zure. We appreciate you. And then we have Faustina J. Says, good evening, Black Rasta. David Kujawu says, hey, keep speaking the truth. Nothing but the truth. The truth is only one, and that is always bitter. Truth is justice. Nana Ogun Power says, my greetings to spiritual president, more fire. Franklin Safo says, good evening, boss. I love AI, but it is our job as filmmakers. It has made my job a little easier. But at the same time, sometimes clients tell you, if you don't reduce your prices, I'll use AI to do it. So this is the time to study the AI more. Yes, Patrick Solutions. My brother, just scan and you are there. Or log on to the site and boom. Let them take you to another level. Me, I'm doing it. Kamshina Zaid says, Black Rasta, move of fire. And then Divine Nkwe Vige says, Blakk, may God protect you. Nanto Mujahid says, no Saud. Okay? I don't know what that means. Frida Yabua says, I never thought that Honorable Che Mensa would follow that idiot to court. Who is that idiot? Let's know. Nanto Mujahid says, no sound. Okay, sound. At the beginning, right? When we start, normally for the first 2 minutes, it's just to balance the sound, okay? Ramahak says, criminals supporting criminals. After that, they will come pretending he has done nothing. Hey. Abdul Rauf Usmani says, NPP, wicked people, all they think is their stomach, not the country at heart. I agree with you. David Kujawu says, these lawyers are a disgrace to Ghana. What is law at all? Shameless people. Frida Yabua says, Blakk, Ghana is working again. When it follows this pattern, things will work out. But remember, who will inherit President Mahama? King Solomon says in Ecclesiastes 2:18 and 19, the New King James Version, says, when I hated all my labor, then I hated all my labor in which I had toiled under the sun, because I must leave it to the man who will come after me. And who knows whether he will be wise or a fool, yet he will rule over all my labor in which I toiled and in which I have shown myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Wow, that's a powerful quotation. So Mahama, take note of this. The point is, who is he going to leave this thing to? Okay, so Ras Okokofisumu says, there is sound. Please listen well. R. Talks Q says, at 9, lawyers representing you make you F38. Well, Ras Okokofisumu says, restart your phone. David Kujawu says, all the thieves are in the court today. These are the boys killing Ghana. They are all armed robbers and nation wreckers. All right? One boy says, welcome back, my lord. Wayoy. Slow Jam says, more fire. Black Rasta. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Naimeyo says, Black Rasta. Funky Black Professor says, facts, evidence, and truism. Court, judges, and lawyers are now working strictly according to the law. No one is above the law. No more goats, yes, greatest of all times, and bribes in the court system. Bloggers are watching. Funky Black Professor continues. Facts, yes, facts. Ghanaians are watching. Henry ATTA says, welcome, Blakk. How was your weekend? Great. And he says, greetings to the good people of Bolgatanga. Thank you so much. Michael Nuwachi says, blessed love and greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie I. Henry ATTA says, for NPP, never again. Rap Thunder says, come here. Watch this. Dash it away. We always love you, Blakk. And I love it too. Kofi Apeti says, kuku, shoo, nemo. Hey. Funky Black Professor says, can you publish the list of individuals who have purchased government lands for cheap? Oral has the list. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedekun says, good evening, Blakk. I hope Wontumi's jail term will not be as that of Agrada. And then Joseph Atta says the truth. Paradise. Yes, thank you so much. Ani Adonani says, ready for you, Honorable Black Rasta. Good evening. We'll take 2 more and we're done. Okay? We have Kofi Apeti who says, Wallahi, if no Ghana with day, Ghana with day, Kukushaw, Ani Adonani says, please like and share. And then Samuel A. Sunday Adedeku says, Blakk, please just be honest to me today. What is keeping you away from bringing up the story of the late J.B. Dankwa? Ibrahim Ramani says, who? Dodo. Welcome, legendary. Doing the listening and watching the great man, Black Rasta. Bazooka Man says, big up Black Rasta. Henry ATTA says, Blakk, I believe you saw Wontumi in court today. How was his demeanor? A.B. Kumasa says the African Parrot is online. Join us. I like that. African Parrot. Akoti Brofo. Funky Black Professor says, jail another 20 years and return all monies with interest. Seize all properties. Regina Adole says the dirty dozen criminals in court today. And we have Impossible says, watch out. Do you remember Kwame Entry, who was unknown in the Republic versus Akunta Mines case? 2, in the Republic versus Exim Bank case, we also have another Thomas Bosiako, who is unknown. Here he didn't say unknown, he says he's on the run. Douglas Asamoah says, I saw and heard of his pulled. And yeah, he pulled and withdrew from his case today. Okay. Impossible says, watch out. Okay, well, I think we've looked at it. Yes, and then Seth Wedem says he was chopping the money anyhow. Villager without thinking about accountability. Free Matachi. Free Man Atachi says, if it's alleged that Chairman Bosiako is educated enough, how is he able to develop a false document to defraud a bank? Well, he has people around him who can do that. You don't have to. You don't know. Yes, see, Bibi Wahai friend Nyansa Krono. Regina adolescents village champion. Richard Aites is thieves. SSS Blakk Rasta. Those who were saying that Wontumi was going to plant coconuts in the cyanide and mercury polluted land, are they ignorant of the fact that these coconuts were also meant to poison us? Regina adolescents, hi Blakk Rasta. SA says, Blakk, please try and investigate the apartment hotel around Wooden Down in Osu Are. It is a tall apartment and a guy fell and died the side during the construction. Please, okay. All right, so MCR, producer, note that down. We will follow it up. And please send us a direct message, using our number so we can follow up on that. Well, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, hey-ya, hey-yo, way-yo. Come on.